All right. So, a more aviary attorney. I'm excited. I like this game a lot. Whoop, that's the wrong button. There we go. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. So now I'm gonna play more of it, and I'm gonna do more bad voices. All right. Okay. So we left off after the first part of the second trial. So let's see. What do we need to do here? The bird puns are just too easy for you, aren't they, Hella? It's not just low-hanging fruit. The fruit has fallen off the tree. It's just like sitting on the ground at this point. Okay, let's see. Right, I need to talk to the guy, to the fella at R&M Associates. I need to talk to Mousy. That's right. I need to ask him if the birds have flown south for the winter yet. Let's see. I don't think there's anything at the tavern we need right now. I might have to go back to the chocolate emporium to ask if someone has bought some chocolate. And I could go back to the Louvre, maybe. I don't think I should. I shouldn't have to, though. Alright, well, we'll start with R&M Associates. Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy. Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter. Whatever that means. Oh, yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them. These are used train ticket stubs? It looks like two people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names. Gautier Signe, Nicole Signe. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Neither do I, really. Prince Juan just told me to book the train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did. Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these stubs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them, just in case. Ah, that's the flower seller's parents, I'm guessing. Got them out of the city so that debt collector can't get his hands on them. So, let's see. I still don't have a killer in mind, but I'm not sure where else to go. I suppose I could stop by, Chocolate Emporium, maybe. I do have to ask, like, something else. Welcome back, messieurs. Have you finally decided to sample of my fine chocolate? Or perhaps you have just returned to ask more questions? It's just the questions today, I'm afraid. Could the chocolate have been poisoned? Ask nicely. Is there any chance that your produce could have been contaminated? Absolutely not, monsieur. I stand by my claim that my chocolate is the finest in all of Paris. I go to great lengths to ensure the highest quality is ensured. Any contaminations would be terrible for business, you understand. I see. Alright, who are we asking about here? Juan Quierdo. But we do have some new names here. Let's see. Mousy? No, I don't think... Because we're trying to ascertain the killer here. It wouldn't be him. Probably not him. It wouldn't be the Kingfisher. See, I was kind of hoping that... I guess I should have checked, but I was kind of hoping that they would have added, the fox's real name to the list here. But, looks like they haven't. Mousy seems like the type to be sent for errands. Right, but the thing is, we're looking for someone who would be associated with the murder. None of this really fits the bill. Except maybe her, but... You ever served a flower-selling swan named Catherine Marie Signet? No, monsieur. Simpler, but since she's not, let me think, who to ask about. I believe I already asked about Major Howell. I wonder if Judge Romulus, maybe. Have you ever served a hairy wolf in judicial robes named Judge Romulus? Yes, monsieur. Alright, have you ever served... Wait, did you just say yes? Yes, monsieur, a wolf in judicial robes. I did serve a person like that a little while ago. On the 6th of January, to be precise. One day before the murder? Did he say or do anything suspicious? Not that I can recall, monsieur. He was a pleasant fellow. Big toothy grin. Bought 200 grams of classic dark Belgian chocolate with a custom filling. Custom filling? Some type of caramel. He provided it himself, although he unfortunately did not bring enough for me to sample. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, we shouldn't make assumptions. It may just mean that this judge liked to eat chocolate. But if the judge's purchase is related to the wrapper at the crime scene, then... Monsieur Hagelslack, do you think I could get a copy of Judge Romulus's receipt? I can do you one better, monsieur. I have the original right here. I keep them for tax purposes, you understand. Is it okay for us to take it, monsieur? Absolutely. Memorizing the receipt's contents is trivial after all. Whoa. Would you look at this thing? Judge Romulus signed it in green ink. Green ink! I knew Judge Romulus was shady, but only truly villainous people write in green. Thank you very much for your time, Monsieur Hagelslack. You have been enormously helpful. I'm glad to be of service. I wish you the best of luck with your case, messieurs. Very cool. Now we go to the offices. I think we've got just about everything we need now, which is great. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. We've still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Le Canard Joyo. Something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realized that we were missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning. But we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, Sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. 45 minutes ago! Sparrowson? Sparrowson! Sparrowson! Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed. Look at the size of that syringe! Holy shit, that is a railroad spike! Jesus! I hope you're not afraid of needles! Cry! Oh, God. How did you say this happened again? It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this? I have no idea. I am an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment. Shia, who told you that we're family friendly around here? They lied to you. That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him. Wait a moment. There is the matter of the bill. We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands. Oh, sure. Now when I'm not even really trying, I can get the German accent. This is terrible. What in the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You. I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken. You're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. All right, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see. Well, we're dead now. Goodbye. Oh. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. We got chucked in the fucking river. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2. Did it work? Ah, Dame Catterline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Shut up! I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer. Oh, I'm Monsieur Falcon. It was your accusations that put Baron Rorwell on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Catterline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? What? No, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up! You were trying to cross the border, weren't you? Come on, monsieur, wake up! I said wake up! You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I would have to find a doctor or a mortician. Oh, my head. Where am I? The Pont des Arts, you know, by the Louvre, in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the sea and nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're that disrespectful lawyer guy. Juro Falco or something. Falco? That ain't Falco. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? The 21st of January, and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the Cour d'Assises 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late. But take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprinted. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat. Clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. Wait, monsieur. At least take this before you go. What's this? A dip pen? No, wait. It's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey! Don't call me a fisherman! Come on, man. He's very sensitive about that. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defense not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there is no defense, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honor, if I may have a word. Fine, but make it quick. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There's no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes, in case the defense is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed, and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honor, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defense is absent, then there is a little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defense is present, Your Honor. Yeah, I like the chicken lawyer too. He's like Edgeworth, but at the end of the first game. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ. You look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Something like that. Your Honor, we are all present. We're only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honor. But Your Honor. Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium. The King of France? He's here? There he is! Oh, are we not doing the trial after all? That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Well, the defense, he was late, and, Oh, pish-posh. France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial. It'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get us started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right? That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the king testifying. No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the king, would you, Your Honor? Fine, proceed with this cursed trial. Yeah, it's the penguin! Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder? My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast, as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre. Right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Salle du Tibre with a little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest. Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Madams and messieurs of the court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony. It is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France. Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor. But I am the trustworthiest in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubts, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination. How dare you doubt your king? The utter nerve. Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defense, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. I love this guy. Let's see. Those South entrance we passed through the Salle du Tibre with a little fanfare. Okay, so the Salle du Tibre is potentially where the chocolate was consumed, so let's ask about that. Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery. What did you see in the Salle du Tibre? What about the other? There are several rooms between the Louvre South entrance and the Grand Gallery, but you've only mentioned the Salle du Tibre by name. Why is that? Oh, the Salle du Tibre was the only room we looked around in detail. The other rooms we simply passed straight through. Why did you stop in that room specifically? Well, see, there was this giant doorstop that caught my eye and sparked a debate. Say no more, Your Majesty. God, the doorstop. No! The Prince of Spain. Your Majesty, you say that you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain. Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Signor. Why did Major Howell take the rose? I find it curious that Major Howell snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that? The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say that he did his job well. Well, I can't argue with that. Do we lay this out here? Do we tell everyone that that was not the Prince of Spain? We'll come back to this. Maybe the south entrance. Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance. Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll. Did you see anyone suspicious? Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Just the regular riverside types, bourgeoisie, vendors, people who fish and the like. Ah, see, he gets it right. People who fish, not fishermen. I see. We'll ask about the Grand Gallery, but I think this is the part where we have to unveil that that was not the Prince of Spain. Please proceed. Did you see anyone suspicious in the Grand Gallery? Why, monsieur, the Grand Gallery is always inhabited by artists. Everyone there is out of the ordinary. Nonetheless, can you think of anyone who stood out? Well... if we're going with the chocolate theory, then this doesn't really have much to do. All right, I think this has got to be the part where we unveil that this is not the Prince of Spain. Your Majesty, prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. Juan Guiardo is not the Prince of Spain. That's not a revelation, Falcon. It isn't. Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regent Isabella II, and that she has no children. The Guiardos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed. But his name isn't even Juan. I don't even think the fox is Spanish. So what? So what? That's important. JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing a murder and conspiring to kill the king. That's what's in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be not named Juan Guiardo or Bob Struney for all I care. It doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th. I suppose that's true. Okay, never mind. That's not even remotely the right way to go. Okay, wait. Let me review the evidence again. We need to go over this one more time. Let's see. Oh. Fountain pen contains green ink. And, Judge Romulus signed in green ink. Interesting. Let's see. Is there more I can ask about the Salto Tibre? What did you see in the Salto Tibre? Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salto Tibre? What did I see? Well, Roman stuff mostly. I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage? You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest. I want the king to elaborate. This is important. I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. And I suppose that you will have to proceed, Your Majesty. All right, let me think. So there was that giant doorstop, and there was that copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle. I haven't much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howell was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say something startling, prosecutor? No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session. Well, that's debatable. To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her? Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens, early 20s. A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Mademoiselle Signier. Signier. That sounds familiar. Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle Signier. I see. This is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle Signier gave chocolates to Major Howell minutes before he died. Now, just 1 minute. I see what you are alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial. Circumstantial, my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howell ate chocolates. Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes, yes! Shame on you, defense, implicating a poor, innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why, I ought to end this trial. Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was, in fact, poisoned. I don't believe you, JJ. You had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it. Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence. Why am I not surprised? The drama was just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet? Well, Your Majesty, it appears that the defense just had a realization of his own. That is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with his argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it. Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. Results of whatever crackpot pseudo-scientific experiment you perform do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honor. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury. Objection! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. They did it! They finally did it! Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poison chocolate issue. I've even got a doctor's note. See? It's too late. The trial is over. You can't be serious, Your Honor. The contents of that note could turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it. Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges. I told you, Your Honor, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict. It is to ensure that justice is served. I swear you are the worst prosecutor in all of France. Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear. Ahem. This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. These included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monk's hood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomachs confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... well, we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falret. Is this Ace Attorney but with birds? Yes, and it's excellent. It's got a little extra depth beyond what Ace Attorney has. It's a lot less linear. You have limited days to investigate before the trial, so it's possible to like miss evidence. You know that twist in the second game where the guy you're defending turns out to be a murderer? Yeah, they did that in the very first trial. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll even need to question you. Between your note and the king's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you say the king is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Tear his testimony to shreds. Your Honor, he has a note signed by a medical professional definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that. So then, what the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link. A not wholly illogical link. But you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Hello. You. Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you have been an enormous asset to the case, but what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Signier, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signier is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signier as a witness? No, none, bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signier. Prosecuting is my job. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath. Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I swear, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Very good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie Signier, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle Signier, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle du Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. No, that can't be right! I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something! Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur. I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Well, that's bullshit and we know it. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So shall we wrap this court session up? No. Not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. Further questions? To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe that Mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance? I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine. If it will shut you up, I will let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Are you sure about that? Because I have proof that your parents are no longer in the city, and they are no longer in danger. Which means you don't have to throw yourself into the fire on this one. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. Papa and Mama. In Vienna? Really? Are they really safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Indeed. Go ahead, mademoiselle. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre on the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except it was not of my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh, and my flower business has been struggling. One day a man approached me, a man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. You sweating there? Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yarns during my time as a prosecutor. Although, admittedly, this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest, monsieur. Listen, Mademoiselle Signet, I would like to believe your story, but accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof. You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course, this supposed contract doesn't exist. The mademoiselle has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something! Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Mademoiselle Signet? A link. Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that the mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Mademoiselle Signet in the past. I know this because, at this very moment, I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. Ah, yes. And that would be this chocolate receipt. From the day before the murder, for the very chocolates that killed Major Howell. Me? You don't trust it in the judge's hands? What? What is that? What does that piece of paper say? This is a receipt for a box of chocolates from Launder Hoggelslack's Chocolate Emporium on the 6th of January, made out to a man named Romulus? The writing upon the receipt is clear. A man named Romulus bought chocolates on the day before the murder. These chocolates happen to have been of the same brand and flavor as the ones that were used in the royal assassination attempt. By itself, this evidence would not be definitive. It would only suggest that the judge has something of a sweet tooth. But taken in conjunction with the mademoiselle's updated testimony, that would imply that the judge was directly involved in the assassination attempt. Judge Romulus, you have anything to say about this? Yep. That receipt's not mine. I haven't stepped foot in a chocolate shop in years. You cannot be serious. The receipt is indisputable proof of your purchase. Indisputable? Watch me dispute it. What you have there is a scrap of paper with the word Romulus scrawled on it. Is it a forgery? Are there simply two men named Romulus living in Paris? I don't have a clue. What I do know is that you have nothing to prove that I was the one who signed that receipt. This is absurd. Do you want me to dig up court documents with your signature so we can undertake a handwriting analysis? That wouldn't be possible. I believe His Honor uses a rubber stamp for signing off on official court documents. That would be correct. Well, it's no matter. I don't need the judge's signature. I already have in my possession proof that the signature on the receipt belongs to Judge Romulus. I believe that would be this pen with the green ink in it, yeah? Because none of the rest of this makes any sense. Oh, but first things first. I believe you dropped your pen, Your Honor. Oh, yeah, that's mine. Thanks, I've been looking for that thing everywhere. I thought as much. Madams and messieurs, last night I was assaulted outside the Salpêtrière Hospital. I did not see the assailant's face, but I did accidentally grab something from their garments as I was thrown into the Seine. Oh, so that's why you smell of fish. I wanted to say something, but I thought it might be rude. This fountain pen is the very item I grabbed. Did I say this pen was mine? On closer inspection, I see I must have been mistaken. Save it, Your Honor. I'm not here to press assault charges. What interests me most about this pen is the ink it contains. It is emerald green in color. And as we all know, only baddies write in green. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's a rare and unusual choice of ink color. I would venture that only a dozen people in all of Paris are arrogant enough to write in green. And I would venture that only one of those arrogant people is named Romulus. So Judge Romulus lacks respect for classic penmanship. What of it? Take another look at the chocolate receipt, Severin. That receipt was signed with emerald green ink. It certainly is quite a coincidence. No, there is no more room for coincidence. There is no more room for doubt. There is only one narrative that can tie this ridiculous string of evidence together. On the 6th of January, you, Judge Romulus, bought a box of chocolates with a custom filling. That custom filling contained poison originating from the flowers of Mademoiselle Signier, a street seller who owed you a debt. On the 7th of January, you, Judge Romulus, leveraged that debt to force the girl to present the poisoned chocolates to the king. Then, an idiot of a man by the name of Juan framed himself as the murderer in order to take the fall in Mademoiselle Signier's stead. You pushed for Juan's guilt by priming a witness, Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. And when that failed, you pressured Mademoiselle Signier to take full responsibility for the crime. That is the only narrative that makes sense. Admit it. Fine, I do admit it. I did it. I purchased the chocolates. I added the poison. I put a peasant girl in debt just so I could force her to take the fall. I was the one who wanted the king murdered. But there's not a damn thing any of you can do about it. I am the one who holds the gavel. I am the one who passes the sentences. With a snap of my fingers, I could have each and every one of you guillotined at the Palace des Astrées before nightfall. Who judges the judges? Who stands above me? Nobody. Not even God can condemn me when I sit so highly. Attempting to murder a king, corrupting the Cour d'Assises. What an utterly repulsive individual. Don't touch me, you dirty pig. You have no authority over me. He doesn't. I do. Take him away, Inspector. I'm not done. I'm not done with any of you. You're all guilty. You'll see. A revolution is coming. The rebels will overrun Paris. The king and government will fall. The bourgeoisie will be slaughtered. We shall have a glorious second republic, a republic free of class, where everyone is free and equal. Hey, don't touch me! Just another ranting lunatic, Your Majesty. Ignore him. Of course. Carry on, Inspector. What? What happens now? I guess I'm supposed to take the President Judge's duties? Well, given the surprising series of revelations that just took place, we believe that the results are clear. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Quierdo, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. Hey! What happens to me now? Mademoiselle, it is clear that you were coerced. However, you still played a significant role in the king's assassination attempt. By all rights, you must be tried for your crimes. I see. I cannot argue. But, as it happens, due process was not followed during this trial session. Judge Romulus thoroughly disrupted the proceedings. Consequently, I believe that most of the testimonies given during this trial session would not be seen as valid in a court of law. What does that mean? He's saying you're free to go. Correct. As a prosecutor, I see no crime to prosecute. Really? Thank you so much, monsieur. And thank you, messieurs. Without your help and assurances, I don't know where I would be right now. So, are my parents really in Vienna? I think so, but you would have to ask the fox for details. I don't know exactly what he arranged. Although, now that Judge Romulus poses no threat, I suppose your parents would be free to move back to Paris. Actually, I may follow them to Vienna. You need a holiday after all this drama? Well, yes, but also I want to get away from here before, before the fighting starts. You mean the revolution Judge Romulus mentioned? He doesn't seem mentally stable. Pay him no mind. It's not just him, monsieur. In the streets, everyone talks of an uprising. If you were smart, you would clear out of here too. Thanks for the concern, mademoiselle. But we're far from smart, so we're staying put. I see. Then good luck, messieurs, and farewell. Maybe we can meet again when this is all blown over. Wait, mademoiselle, don't you want to have a quick celebratory drink? Oh, she's gone. So I guess it's just you and me and the fox, right, Falcon? That sounds good, Sparrowson. Take Prince Juan back to the Aviary office. I need to sort out some paperwork with Severin. Okie dokie. I suppose the congratulations are in order. Uncovering the truth in the way that you did, it was quite a feat. Everything went far better than I could have hoped, but you surprised me at the end with that little lie of yours. Lie? This trial's testimonies are completely invalid? Bullcock. You and I both know that this trial has produced ample valid evidence for Mademoiselle Signet to be detained and tried. Even with the coercion accounted for, I bet she would still be found guilty of conspiracy or accessory to murder. So why are you holding back? 10, maybe even 5 years ago, I probably would have prosecuted Mademoiselle Signet. When I was fresh out of law school, I thought my role as a prosecutor was to condemn every potential criminal that came my way. I thought if the guilty person ends up behind bars or on the hanging dock, then justice has been served. But as I gained experience, I started noticing the details. The details? The extenuating circumstances, the personal considerations, the gaps in the law where, even when due process is followed to the letter, good people are punished and wrongdoers walk free. I hated it, so I changed my role. I decided that I should not strive to secure a guilty verdict, but to ensure that justice is served. I could prosecute Mademoiselle Signet, and she would definitely be convicted. But that would not serve justice. You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer, Cocorico. Well, you're not terrible, Falcon. That's the best we're gonna get out of him. I must congratulate you, Signor Falcon and Signor Sparrowson. What am I doing still using that old accent? I of course meant, congratulations, Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. It's no big deal. We're just doing our jobs. No. Your job ended when you proved my innocence. Everything after that was you going above and beyond your duties. Of course, I was counting on you to do so. A lesser lawyer would surely have stumbled or caved in. Oh, but before I forget, your payment. Thank you, Monsieur Volpes. This has been a strange case, but I'm glad the truth came to light. I'll see you out. Wait, Monsieur Volpes. Before you go, something's been bothering me. Why did you come to us in the first place? Surely there are much more reputable lawyers out there who could have done a better job. Oh? More reputable than the Falcons that stands before me? Yeah. Falcon's got a sucky track record. True, he does have a mixed record, but his family name is hugely respected in the lawyering world. I chose Monsieur Falcon as my lawyer for that reason alone. Huh? Really? I've never heard of another lawyer named Falcon. Let's not go down this road, Monsieur Volpes. I don't go by my old name for a reason. That is fair. We shouldn't be fixated on the past, should we? After all, it's already been and gone. The future is where our potential lies. That's where we should be paying attention to. A storm is approaching fast. You mean the revolution that the crooked judge mentioned? Indeed. I dare say the wolf is right. A rebellion is coming, one way or the other. Listen, Monsieur Falcon. You'll probably have a surge of work over the coming days. If you want me to dig up the dirt on anyone, please feel free to drop by my office anytime. Dig up the dirt? I'm a private investigator. It's what I do. We'll bear it in mind. Thank you, Monsieur Volpes. Good day, messieurs. I'm going to go get a drink. Seriously, Falcon? What? I was just going to ask if you wanted tea or coffee. All right. So that's the second trial all wrapped up. Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. Could I ever forget? Chanting, violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days. That revolution came a lot faster than I thought it would. I figured we were saving that for the end. I like Falcon. Yeah, Falcon's great. Act 3, The Sleeping City. I also really like that Kokoriko has already undergone Edgeworth's whole character arc. He's already the respectable, like, I'm here to serve justice, not to get a guilty verdict sort of prosecutor, which I like that. I like that a lot. Time to defend Cthulhu in the Sleeping City. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, that gunpowder explosion, like, causes a crack in the earth. You see tentacles start to spill out. The sky goes, like, dark and, like, covered in stars and, you know, huge, like, celestial bodies. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain in Lacanar Joyo. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Oh, it's far too early for this level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way! We've got important business to discuss, and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes. It was what the wolf judge said. About a revolution. Pshaw, that guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we worried about every potential French Revolution, we would never get any work done at all. Am I right? Well, you're not wrong. Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Monsieur Falcon. Meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Palais de la Baliste. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volerty. That's it. How terse. A proposal from the inspector? Interesting. You have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to go meet him and find out? Yeah. I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we would be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. All right, no dilly-dallying. I like it. Oh, but before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill from my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit. But the inspector's call should take priority, I think. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? You think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Well, well, well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It is hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. Big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumor has it that the wolf bribed his jailkeeper and then fled for the hills. So he escaped justice. For now, but don't fret. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, good. You're all here. Excuse me, Monsieur Mr. Inspector Volerty, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps. I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. Ahem. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here. Oh, right, of course. Why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters! Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Chopin! God damn it. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. You take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Ooh, now that's a good sandwich. Yeah, Sparrowson gets it. Like the sandwich? What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel, throw in some peppers if it's a Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking? Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. It's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackguards and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results that I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline, doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around in your office, twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds like a hoot. Oh, fuck, I just made a bird pun. God damn it. I've become the very thing I swore to destroy. I would be honored to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but, do you get any compensation for this? Of course. Here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? Psh, we're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson, this is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive crook, monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your two tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrowson. We have a croque monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the croque monsieur, too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. Ooh. Intrigue and drama. Let's see. Well, we have a lot of places to go. 3 weeks to do it. Well, they say 3 weeks, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be a little bit less than that. Well, we're looking to dig up dirt in someone, so Arnhem Associates seems, like our best first step. Well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but the first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guests some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Vulpes, of course. Monsieur, what kind of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? Chamomile sounds good. Sure, I could go for some chamomile, too. Okay, 1 pot of chamomile coming right up. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Have you heard of the croque monsieur? And no, we aren't talking about the sandwich, unfortunately. The croque monsieur. Are you referring to this black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the croque monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. Alright, Shia. Thanks for coming. Take care. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I will tell you when and where you can find the croque monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Vulpes. Of course, there is a price. A price? It is just a small fee, a mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Vopus, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I am sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs, and I guarantee I will find you the croque, Monsieur. That is my final offer. What do you say? Yeah, we'll take it. We got plenty of money. Here you go, Monsieur. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the croque, Monsieur, can be found. Rest assured that I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Lopez. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course, these days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the dissenters specifically? You know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, Monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else. Have a pleasant day. As do you, messieurs. Oh no, we left without the tea! I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy. Oh, bother. Alright, let's see. Where to go from here? That was a really good first spot to go. In 3 days, we'll be able to go back there and learn something about the Croque Monsieur. Which, if I know my translation correctly, translate to the Crunchy Man or Mr. Crunch or something along those lines. Let's see. Chocolate Emporium, probably not. Oh, the bar would probably be a good place. If there's anywhere people are going to be whispering about revolution, a bar seems like a good spot. No! No drinking! Bad Falcon! Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's you two. What will it be today? Beer or wine? Wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Mademoiselle Quenal. Looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay, have you heard any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course! This is a tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grope and talk politics, where else could they go? That's true, but has anyone stood out? Well... just between you and me, a pair on the drinking floor have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying that they aren't rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to go. And that's when the mademoiselle told me to put the order in. No idea where she's gonna keep him, though. Piero, you know that she hates being called mademoiselle. You're gonna get stuck with guard duty again. Oh, right you are. The madame it is, then. Wait, she ain't married, is she? So why do we call her madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way! She would straight up eat me alive if I asked that directly. Wait, hush up. Do you smell that? It smells like eavesdroppers. Can I help you, messieurs? What were you two just talking about before we rudely interrupted? Well, I would like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's any of your business. It is our business. We want to join the rebels. As a matter of fact, it is our business. You see, we want to fight alongside the rebels. We do? The listen here, you. Hold on, Piero. Let me handle this. Listen, messieurs. I've seen you two around a couple of times. We're acquaintances, I suppose. Now, I don't know who you are, but I do know that your line of work involves a fair amount of investigation. Therefore, I must assume that you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? Well, as I thought. Now, I don't claim to be part of any secret rebel alliance. I've never heard of such a thing. But if I were a member of any such hypothetical group, I would not allow the entry of a man of the law like yourself. Understood? Damn, that's a solid shutdown. Yeah, I'll try asking something else. Monsieur, have you heard of a man called... Falcon, wait! There's a slight chance that these guys might be rebels, right? So if we ask directly, they might be scared off. Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle. Where did you get that rifle? Monsieur, I see that you're carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. See, most hunters around here are carrying old French Charvilles. This beauty is something special. See, it's American, from the Springfield Armory, model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true that you can't buy guns of this quality from the standard street sellers, but if you know the right people... Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the Croque Monsieur... Actually, it would be foolish of me to explain in public. It would be much easier if you just take this. The Book of Judges. What is this, some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important. Just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are what we use to pass around in code phrases, don't we? Code phrases. Piero, please, I'm trying to be low-key, and I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours. Right you are. Try to forget what my friend said. Just, with a little searching, and with the contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire. Is that a religious metaphor? No, monsieur, I'm being very literal. Well, thank you very much for the gift, monsieur. But to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to our gun salesman. Ah, I see. Well, I hear that there is an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your new book, he will be able to find you a particularly spiritual passage. Are you sure that this isn't all a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. I assure you, I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note. Was there something else that you wanted? Thank you for your assistance, messieurs. It's nothing. Get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the Croque Monsieur and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. I appreciate the advice, monsieur. Is the card room still just the blackjack minigame? Yeah, it's just blackjack. Oh well. Yep, let's go. Let's make a move. All right, so we have two pretty big leads. Let's head to the chateau. Oh wait, no. That's not it. No, go to Notre Dame. Although it has fallen into disrepair, Notre Dame Cathedral still stands as an icon of the city. Man, that hits a little bit harder these days, doesn't it? You know, considering the, what was it, 2 years ago? That massive fire ravaged it? Ugh. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the grand atrium of Notre Dame Cathedral. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall. Unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought. Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type. Don't be silly. I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar. Do you think it's that hunched-over old fellow there? I bet it's him. He looks super suspicious. Could be. Let's show some tact. Excuse me, Monsieur Friar! Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Frere Remus. Ah, Remus and Romulus. Ah, very funny. Very good. He's another wolf. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. Are you here to confess your sins? Or perhaps you wish to join our services? Actually, Friar, we're here because... Falcon! That Friar. He looks eerily familiar. He does look familiar. Now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our posts, doesn't he? What? No, that's not who I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad? Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him. He's just in a huff because he thinks you look like this judge we once met. Judge Romulus. I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, you see. Oh, good. I'm not going mad. Friar, would you say that you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got in trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. I don't mean to pry. It's no trouble. But tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. Well, we have a couple of questions. What's with the scaffolding? There's some sort of construction work going on. That's right. A little repair, a little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of revolution. Now we're well on our way to restoring this holy place to its former glory. Cult of reason? The religion of Christianity. Hey, Falcon, what's the difference between a religion and a cult? Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Ah, don't worry, my brother. I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook in different packaging, don't they? Pretty much. Then maybe you'll come to learn the differences as you grow up. I promise some ideologies are worth following to the very end. Let's not talk anymore about cults and ideologies. Did you want anything else? Friar, we have something that we would like to show you. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give, special passage readings. Ah, I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think that you will find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening. Let's see, chapter 15, verse 2. This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scripture, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage? Okay. 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. Beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? It's poetic. A beautiful summation of justice. You understand the passage. That is delightful to hear. Yes, Samson was a great judge. Not a judge of today who sits high on a chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge, a holy judge. A shofet. Shofet? Shofets were to be admired and feared. They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments. Ah, I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid, the rock of Etam. Etam. Got it. I'll make a note. It's like a backwards mate. I'm confused. What do we do with this key word? That is for you to learn on your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I am sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth. We'll see what we can do. That's all. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time, Friar. Go in peace, my brothers. close here. And let's see. This is the 3rd day since the last time we visited, so we should have that lead on the Croque Monsieur, yes? Monsieur Vulpes, you've managed to dig up some good information, I trust. There is good news and there is bad news. Let's hear the good news. I have found a way that you can meet the Croque Monsieur. He lurks around the Rue des Marmosettes on Friday evenings. The Rue des Marmosettes? Oh, the Monkey Road by Notre Dame. That seems simple enough, so what's the bad news? The Croque Monsieur refuses to speak with anyone who does not know a secret password. I'm afraid I was unable to procure that particular password. I see, that is a problem. I apologize that I could not be of more help. It's no problem at all, Monsieur. You've given us a fantastic lead. Rue des Marmosettes on Friday. I'll be there. And I think we know what the password is. We do? Come on, Falcon, don't be a bird brain. I shan't delay you two any longer. I am sure that you have a lot of investigative work to do. That we do. Thanks for all the help, Monsieur Vulpes. So we hit this about as quickly as we could have. But it's Sunday right now, so we have a lot of days to burn until, Friday. So we won't actually be able to meet the Croque Monsieur for quite some time. Granted, I guess they did have to give you all, you know, ample time to find all the stuff and whatnot. So let's see, where else can we, investigate, the revolutionaries? Let's see, we got a library, which wouldn't be a bad spot. The Chocolate Emporium, probably not. Well, actually, you know what, maybe that's just it. Maybe the Chocolate Emporium is the, you know, unassuming secret meeting place. We've already been to the tavern, and I think we've gotten all we're going to get out of there. Baron Rorwell's estate is probably not the place. Well, actually, no. We met a few peasants outside of, the Chateau Criniere at one point, didn't we? And if there's anyone who's going to be interested in the revolution, it's going to be the peasants. Well, we'll hit the library and then we'll see about the Chateau Criniere. Time to hit the books, am I right? You're looking for Croque Monsieur recipes. I guess that would be the cooking section. We aren't here for recipes, Sparrowson. This librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we've overlooked, he would know.
Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during my daily crossword. Oh, I should have known. It's the two Harlequins.
It's good to see you too, Monsieur. We have some questions.
Of course you do. Fine, let's get this over with so I can get back to my puzzle.
You know about an uprising?
Uprising? Would you care to be more specific?
A Paris uprising.
You two cannot be serious. You want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, and revolt that Paris has ever been through? We would be here all night.
What about an uprising that hasn't happened yet?
A future uprising. I read the papers, messieurs. The government tries to strangle the media, but the truth shines through the gaps of censorship. The citizens' contempt for our current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know.
Have you ever heard of the Croque Monsieur?
The sandwich? Of course I've heard of it.
No, I mean a person with that name.
No, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich, if that's any help.
Wait, you can become the Earl of Food now? I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind, we'll try something else. Thank you for your time anyway, Monsieur.
Huh, I bid you good day.
Yeah, I have a feeling about Chateau Criniere that we're going to, you know. Oh, you there. I remember you. You guys came to help me out with this little dilemma. What is it, mademoiselle? Which country is better, Great Britain or the United States of America? This feels like a trick question, but, USA! USA! I'm going to have to go with the USA. Because they kicked Britain's derriere in the battlefield, right? Well, sure, that, but also because they're proving themselves to be a unique and formidable nation. It's quite remarkable what they've achieved in such a short period of time. You prefer the USA, huh? There is a lot of opportunity there. What's this about, mademoiselle? Well, I'm thinking of taking a trip. A long trip. Everywhere I go in Paris, people are angry and depressed. It's like violence is about to break out at any moment. I've saved up enough, so I'm going to get out of here, follow my dream of starting a new life overseas. Who's going to look after Chateau Grenier? Well, with the Baron's passing, they've decided to auction off his estate. I think the de Meows were showing some interest in the household, so I guess they can handle the household duties themselves. The de Meows, you say? Interesting. Anyway, this might be the last time we'll see each other, so I'll just say, au revoir, Sparrowson. Au revoir, Monsieur Falcon. Farewell, mademoiselle. I wish you a pleasant voyage. So long, mademoiselle. Don't let those Yanks push you around. Hey, Falcon. I think we forgot something. The rebels. The Croque Monsieur. All that juicy investigation stuff. We're supposed to be asking questions. Oh, right. That completely slipped my mind. It's no matter. Pauline didn't seem like the type to get involved with rebels and arms dealers. She probably knew nothing. I suppose. In any case, she seems to be the only one with good enough sense to escape before the violence starts. Yeah. Let's see. Check out the court, maybe. Ah, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Monsieur Falcon, and, Blue Birdson? Sparrowson. Right, Sparrowson. Your Honor, we heard that you had an accident with a flight of stairs. It's good to see that you're back on your feet. A flight of stairs? No, I was actually assaulted, if you can believe that. I can believe that. I was just standing by the Seine, minding my own business, and the next thing I know, I was on a riverbank 100 kilometers downstream. That sounds a little familiar. When I awoke, I had a mild case of amnesia. I thought I was an axolotl accountant. I want to see an axolotl accountant! Show me the axolotls! It took 2 weeks for me to return to full mental health. In any case, Your Honor, it's good to see you back and healthy. Would you mind if we ran a couple of questions by you as part of an investigation we're undertaking? By all means, ask away, monsieur. Judge Maxime, have you heard any rumors about an uprising? Of course, tons. You have no idea how many criminals rant about bringing down the government. You know, I was the one in charge of prosecuting the ones behind the June Days uprising of 32. That was some messy legal work. What about recently? Have you had anyone talk about anything specific? Well, I'm not attached to the case, but I hear that imposter Judge Romulus had some very strange things to say. Cults, anarchy, fire and gunpowder. The man is not mentally stable. We knew that much already. Judge Maxime, have you ever heard of a person called the Croque Monsieur? You're referring to the arms dealer, aren't you? Yes. Have you ever convicted him? No. The man is notoriously unfindable and uncatchable. I don't think anyone working in law enforcement has so much as seen his face. That's crazy. Well, there's no reason why we can't be the first to stop him. Right, Falcon? That's all. Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Any time, messieurs. Let's see. I think for the most part, the rest of this is not going to produce too much. Just because we've already found where we're supposed to go. And this is just supposed to be enough time to, like, find it on your own, but, and, you know, I got real good intuition. I'm very smart. I have the biggest brain. So, we're already there, you know? Ooh, this was a good spot to go. Excuse me, madame. Do you have a moment to talk about the cult of reason? Peddle your pyramid scheme to someone else, bud. I've got a kid to feed. Madam, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madame, take a leaflet at least. What about you, monsieur? Would you like to learn about the glorious teachings of Jacques Herbert? Hebert? Hebert? A cult, is it? Not today, monsieur. I've already been in my fair share of cults. This is different. A member of the Cult of Reason, huh? Strange, I thought that cult died out way back in the old revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person. He looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that. Doesn't his face look familiar to you? He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Uh-oh, he spotted us. Wait, monsieur, we would like a quick word. Come back! Teach us about the wonders of the Cult of Reason! He's gone. So I'm not going crazy, right? That guy was the splitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? Can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right, where to first? Hey, Falcon, isn't that our old friend? You! You promised to get my sentence reduced. What happened with that? Why am I still stuck doing mule work, huh? Huh? Well, we've been a little distracted. We had this messy case, and now we're investigating stuff. But I guess I can fit in some time to see the judge. Oh, mon Dieu, forget it. Only got another week to go, and then I'm done with this dumb job. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today, if that's what you were hoping for. Actually, we just wanted to ask a couple of questions if you have a moment. I have a moment? Just the one, mind. What's the deal with the cultist outside? Yep, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me a leaflet, so I told him where to put it. And where would that be? What? Where did you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Monsieur Rubinio, what do you know about that guy? What's his story? His story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts those types of crazies all the time. I see. Did you two want something else? Monsieur Rubinio, what do you know about the uprising? You mean like a rebellion? Yeah, I've heard the rumors. There are a lot of uneasy people in Paris. What kinds of rumors? Nothing specific. Just that there's a group planning to form a huge protest before the end of February. Some say it might go violent. If you were wise, you would probably fly out of the city as soon as possible. So people say. Do you plan on leaving? I couldn't if I wanted to. No thanks to you guys. But in any case, I'm sticking around for the photograph opportunities. Wartime photography. Imagine the possibilities. Sounds like a good way to get hit by a stray bullet. I guess. Well, that danger just means it'll pay really well. I've thought this plan through. Evidently. Anyway, did you want something else? That's all. We'll let you get back to work, monsieur. Let's see. Who to question? Oh dear, it's these guys again? Keep it together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you. Excuse me, monsieur. It's us, the Philistines, remember? They talking to me? Yep, definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi. We have a couple of questions if it's no trouble. Oh, it's no trouble. No trouble at all. An uprising. You know, people getting angry, being violent, overthrowing the government, stuff like that. Goodness, no, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind then. Did you see the cultist outside? The cultist? You mean that cult of reason fellow? Yeah. He accosted me a few days ago. We chatted for a while, not by choice, of course, but because I didn't know how to get out of the conversation. Got a little out of hand, he insisted I take a pamphlet. Let's have a look at this. Be Your Own God, An Introductory Guide to the Cult of Reason, by Jacques Hebert. Or is it Ebert? And he even added his own signature. See? At the bottom here? To my new bestest bud, Eric. Happy readings. Best wishes, Sylvius. Green ink, too. What a fiendish color choice. That guy was such a slimeball. We aren't even close to bestest buddies. Imagine, you talk to someone on the street and they hand you a pamphlet and they autograph it for you. And they call you their bestest bud. Oh, God. That's actually, you know, that's not too far off from something that happened to me when I went to New York City for my high school trip. There were some guys, I don't know, they were handing out CDs or whatever, you know, and like just kind of, they were like unmarked CDs saying that like, yeah, this is like our mixtape or something. We were on MTV or something. And, they were like, you know, oh, you know, I'll sign this for you. And they were handing them out. I'm like, I just kind of took it and I'm like, hey, what about like a donation? Like, what? Like, man, I signed this for you. I'm like, honestly, I gave him like $2 and I walked away. Granted, I shouldn't have taken it at all. I shouldn't have even made eye contact, but you know, I was in high school and it was my first time in a big city. I really didn't know any better. Be my guest. I don't want it. Do you want something else? No trouble at all. That whole trip was just... Oh, God, I remember I bought a fedora on that school trip. Not out of any, you know, connotations to what the fedora, you know, kind of stands for these days. I was kind of peer pressured into it. We were walking by, like, just one of those, like, shops in, like, I don't know, probably Chinatown that just sells random, like, goodies and, like, merchandise and crap. And, the rest of the guys I was with, I don't think they actually knew what the, internet connotations of a fedora were. And they were like, oh, man, look, fedoras, you know, we're in New York City, we should get a fedora. Because, you know, mobsters wore fedoras, I guess. Maybe that was their logic. Or Frank Sinatra. I don't fucking know. They're like, oh, yeah, we should get fedoras. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm just kind of like, okay, sure. I didn't have the heart in me to tell them that, yeah, hey, you know, there's this group of not great people on the internet who wear fedoras, and people don't like them. But, you know, as soon as we rejoined with the rest of the class, I remember one of my friends, Liz, just kind of took one look at us and was just, like, shaking her head in complete disapproval. It was kind of funny. Back in the old Salle du Tibre. I still don't see anybody around to interview. Yeah, I can't imagine this room being of any use to us. Unless we need any priceless Roman artifacts, of course. Are we all done here? We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. See, when you say that, it makes me think I've forgotten something. But I exhausted all my dialogue options, so I don't know what it could be. Alright, Thursday. This is the last place we visit before we meet with the fellow guy. Right, the Rue des Marmosettes. That's where we're gonna be meeting him. Let's see. Let's check the Pont des Arts. Well. If it isn't the rude lawyers. You know, you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yep, my fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. The way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line, and 1 million francs for saving your life. I don't have 1 million and 2 francs. Really? You look so bourgeoisie. Alright, I'll tell you what. 2 francs for the line and we'll call it even. Sure. It's the least I can do for him, like, saving my life. Much thanks, monsieur. Now, why are you here? Why are we here? Oh, right, we have some questions. Have you heard of a man called the Croque Monsieur? A man called the Croque Monsieur? Nope, doesn't ring any bells. That's a strange name, though. Did the man name himself after the sandwich, or was the sandwich named after him? I have absolutely no idea. I can only aspire to have a sandwich named after me one day. Sparrowson. Thick slices of white bread, mayonnaise, cheese, chicken, bacon, slices of sausage, honey-glazed ham. Can we get binging with Babish to make this one, please? Also, we're seeing a bit more of that whole Goofy and Pluto thing with the whole chicken, bacon, sausage, ham. Yeah, feeling just a little uncomfortable. Stop, you'll give us all heart attacks. How's the fishing? So, caught anything good? Today, not a kipper. This new fishing line is really good, but I've run out of good bait, so it's practically useless by itself. That's quite an issue. So if we were to offer you some bait, would you be able to lend us some line? I guess. Sparrowson, why would you even ask that? We don't have any use for fishing line. Just checking the possibilities. You never know when we might need the fishing line in the future. Why would we ever need fishing line? Actually, don't answer that. You're ridiculous, Sparrowson. Maybe I can help you with something else. Yeah, that's all. Bye, Monsieur Fisherman. Oh, don't call him that. Come on, man. Have a little tact. Oh, wait, this is Sparrowson we're talking about. Never mind. It's time. And the password is Emat. Is that him? It must be. Excuse me, monsieur. I don't... Oh, God. Wait, okay. I don't recognize yous, fellas. What's the password? Password? Atom. Oh! I took you fellas for bird brain cops, but you actually know the secret password. So what do you want? Well, let's start with introductions. You are the Croque Monsieur, are you not? That's the Croque Monsieur to you. Ah! Fuck off. That's so stupid. I love it. Mon Dieu, people always get the pronunciation wrong. I'm not really hearing the difference. In any case, Monsieur Croque Monsieur, my name is... Don't tell me, you idiot. Bringing up names can mess up an entire meeting. Why do you think I use an alias? Just tell me what you want. Drugs, guns, explosives, slaves. Come on, I don't have all day. Well, to be honest, what I really want is... So that's bad. Don't ask directly about the rebels. Bad idea. Makes you look way too much like a cop. But this seems a little bit, this is something the rebels would ask about, obviously, and it would lead us to his supplier, maybe. Let's say that, hypothetically, I wanted 100 pistols for as low a price as possible. Ah, you're starting a revolution, are you? Seems everyone's doing that these days. Take a look at this. It's a standard 1777 flintlock pistol. They've been churning these things out since the old revolution, so we've got buckets of them. They're good weapons, but nobody wants them because flintlocks are so 18th century, you know? Yeah, I know. I normally sell these at 40 francs a piece, but since you're buying in bulk, let's say 30 francs each. So if my math's correct, that's 3,000 francs for 100 of them. Do you want to pay now or what? You take checks? Very funny. And no, I don't take pocket lint either. It's cold hard Napoleons only. Well, well, well. Saint Mayday! It's the fuzz! Cheese it! Never fear, Falcon. I'll tail the dastardly fellow. Don't get too close, Sparrowson. That crocodile's got a gun! That's something you never want to hear. That crocodile's got a gun! What's all this ruckus? Playing cops and robbers, are we, JJ? Are you blind, Severin? That was the Croque Monsieur. We're on the crux of extracting some vital information about the rebels, but your smug entrance just ruined everything. It was the Croque Monsieur? I never would have guessed. You don't sound very concerned. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm quite impressed that you managed to track down such an elusive criminal. I have something much more pressing that I need to discuss with you. More pressing than finding the rebels? Perhaps. JJ, I want you to answer this question sincerely and honestly. Did you go by a different name prior to enrolling at Paris Law School? What? What does that have to do with the rebel investigation? Or to do with anything, for that matter? I would appreciate it if you just answered the question, JJ. I need to hear it from your own beak. Have you ever gone by a different name? That's none of your business. Keep out of my personal history. Hostile defensiveness. The desperate strategy of a guilty man. I don't appreciate your accusatory tone. You sound just like Inspector Valerti. Wait, that's it, isn't it? The inspector ordered you to dig up some dirt on me, didn't he? Answer me, Severin. What's going on? What did Inspector Valerti say? Man, that Croque can run. It appears that you two are making solid progress with your investigation into the rebel group. I'll be sure to let the inspector know. Where are you going? We haven't finished our discussion, Severin. We have. I've learned what I came here to find out. Good day, JJ. Good day, Sparrowson. What? What was that all about? Doesn't matter. Severin's just poking his beak where it doesn't belong. Heh. Nosy blighter. So tell me about your little adventure, Sparrowson. You lost the Croque Monsieur, I take it? Yeah. He looks like a stumpy reptile. But he ran like a gazelle. I lost him in no time at all. I see. Well, with the Croque Monsieur's lead gone, our investigation has reached a dead end. Not entirely. He dropped something during the chase. Dropped something? What exactly? I'll show you. Follow me. I think you need to do more exercise, Sparrowson. Don't judge me. Ow. 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 Mon Dieu, what is it now? Muscle cramp? No, my foot's hurting. I think I got something in my shoe. Well, grit your beak and bear it. This is around where you saw the crocodile drop something, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. Let's put on our investigation hats and find whatever it is. Well, that looks like whatever he dropped, but I just want to, like, see what the dialogue for everything else is. The sign is difficult to read. The paint is faded. Trodel Fruitier. Tricrel Ficutier. There's no way it says that. You just made those words up. All words are made up, Falcon. Words, man! We made them up! I see hanging bushels of onions. Bushels? That can't be right. It's sprigs. Sprigs of onions. How about bundles of onions? That's pretty neutral. Confederacies of onions. Okay, we're done. Flocks of onions. We're done. Does that street lamp look broken to you? Yep, I think all the lamps on the street have been vandalized. Ground is covered in glass from the broken panes. Oh! That explains why my foot is hurting. It does? There's glass in the sole of my shoe. Must have trodden on some shards while chasing after the Croque Monsieur. Oh no, my good shoes are ruined. Well, I wouldn't say good. You paid 20 cents for them. File this away in the evidence folder. You want me to file away the broken glass? Yep. I'm filing an official formal complaint to the government. Their faulty street lamp has ruined my shoes and I am owed compensation. I think government officials have better things to do than worry about your 20-cent shoes, Sparrowson. We'll just see about that! Oh. Noah's Bar. All animals are welcome. Except mosquitoes. You bloodsuckers can go get your fix someplace else. Noah feels pretty strongly about mosquitoes, huh? Well, that's a point. I'm not saying all mosquitoes are bloodsuckers, but... Whoa, Falcon, keep it classy! I'm just stating facts. Ugh. Although, to be honest, I hope we never encounter, like, a mosquito in this game, because that would be horrifying. I don't want to know what a mosquito man looks like. Yeah, this is the thing that the Croque Monsieur dropped. It's a list. 40 muskets, 20 pistols, gunpowder, 3,000 musket balls, to be delivered to the sleeping city. This is an invoice. I don't see any names on here, but given the contents and quantities, the goods are probably intended for the rebels. Excellent find, Sparrowson. It was nothing. But the sleeping city, where could that be? Well, it's a city that sleeps a lot, so somewhere in Spain would be my guess. Pretty sure that the location is not a literal city. For one thing, we already know the city where the rebels are gathering. It's right here in Paris. The sleeping city is a code phrase, like a riddle. A riddle, huh? Well, I'm stumped, and hmming it isn't getting us nowhere. We must find someone who can solve it. We need a person who is knowledgeable about all manner of riddles and puzzles. A know-it-all, huh? Precisely. Meantime, I'll file this away for safekeeping. The librarian! He was doing a crossword puzzle! An empty cart. Somebody has scrawled the word Descartes on it. The owner's name, perhaps? I don't think so, Falcon. See the graffiti on the wall behind you? Deswal. Fuck off! Deswal Descartes! Fuck you! That's so stupid! Somebody thinks Des funny. I am in pain. This game causes me physical anguish. I think we're done here. Okay. My soul. Ooh. We have a special cutscene. Frere Remus. Is the room to your liking, mademoiselle? Don't call me that. Ah, my apologies, madame. But what are your thoughts? Is the room suitable? It's dark, cramped, and more than a little macabre, but it will do. Excellent. I've hired a private security to guard the entrance 24 hours a day. Rest assured your weapons are safe. Tell me, Friar, are we doing the right thing? Of course we are, madame. There cannot be change without bloodshed, no revolution without revolution. Surely you aren't having second thoughts. Of course not. But I want nothing more than to serve justice to the corrupted rulers of this country. When the time comes, I'll be the one to pull the trigger. Whoa. Nice! Alright, let's go to that library, man. That librarian knows puzzles. Do you think Nathan likes riddles? Of course, all librarians like riddles. Seems like a bit of a stereotype, that's all I'm saying. Stereotype or not, we have to hope that it's true. That boffin is our best chance of getting to the bottom of this. Time to put our polite faces on, he's here now.
Good day, Dromio and Dromio.
Why, good day, monsieur. It's a pleasure to see you again on this fine day. Tell me, kind monsieur, do you like riddles?
Of course. Here's one for you, messieurs. What has 2 mouths and 4 ears, yet talks twice as much as it listens? You. It's you, messieurs, you. You come in here, yammering and yelling, never stopping to close your beaks for 1 minute.
Oh, haha, very good, monsieur. Laugh, Sparrowson. We need to get into his good books. How? What was that?
Sorry,
I can't fake laugh. Want to?
Stop this farce. You messieurs obviously have some inane riddle that you want solving, so let's hear it. Go on, spit it out.
Oh, right. Well, if we were to say that there's a place called the Sleeping City in Paris, where would it be?
That's a new one. The Sleeping City. Got it.
Really?
Of course. The riddle was trivially easy. There are plenty of locations that could be called a sleeping city, but only one place earns that title in Paris.
Oh, and where would that be? We know the answer, of course, obviously, but we're just fact-checking to make sure that you got it right.
Think it through, messieurs. What kind of city is only inhabited by those who sleep all day and all night?
I got it! Spain! Don't be daft, Sparrowson. Spain isn't a city. Perhaps the monsieur is referring to the capital of Spain, Madrid. Nice, sleepy place.
Spain? Madrid? You two are remarkably dense, aren't you? Sleep is a metaphor. Actually, it's one of the oldest and most powerful metaphors in the history of literature. It symbolizes death itself. The sleeping city the sleeping city obviously refers to a city of the dead, a necropolis. Think, messieurs, think. Use your puny avian brains. Do we have any necropolises in Paris?
The catacombs. Of course, the catacombs. The winding tunnels of the dead that lie beneath our very feet.
Very good, monsieur. That's the first semi-intelligent thing you have managed to say all day. You have more questions, don't you?
Oh, yes. Tell us about the catacombs.
The cemeteries of Paris were overflowing by the end of the last century. It was a mess from what I hear. To create space, King Louis XVI ordered for old skeletons to be excavated and put into the unused mine tunnels that lie under the city. So with a little renovation and many years of hard work, the mines were successfully turned into a subterranean mausoleum.
So what, it's basically a grave for a few thousand skeletons?
Millions, more like. Don't underestimate the size of the tunnels, messieurs.
How can we get in? I know that the bourgeoisie like to tour the catacombs, don't they?
Correct. It was quite the bourgeoisie tourist hotspot some 20 years ago. But if you were hoping to pay a visit, you're too late. The church had all the entrances sealed shut fairly recently.
Why would the church do that?
Believe it or not, they consider the turning of a mausoleum into a tourist attraction to be in poor taste.
Oh, right. They shut down all the entrances? Really? Surely there must be one or two left untouched.
If there is such an entrance, it is not public knowledge.
I see. I think we're done here for now. Thank you for your time, monsieur.
Good day.
If the sleeping city really is the Paris catacombs, then there must be some way to get in. An underground tunnel network would probably be connected to the city's sewers, right? We just need to find the right manhole and boom, we're in spooky, scary Skeleton Town. That's a good idea. Maybe it connects to the Seine. Perhaps some swimming is in order.
You two dunces are going to get yourselves killed. If you really wish to visit the catacombs, you would be best off asking those responsible for the closures.
The dead people?
The church, monsieur. The church would know if any unsealed entrances still exist.
Oh, right. So we're back to the Notre Dame Cathedral. And I would be willing to bet that maybe if it was, fairly recently, maybe part of the reason it was closed was, to facilitate secret rebel meetings. Did you sneak out to the Louvre again? I keep telling you, my brother, you can't risk being seen. There's too much at stake. But the good word must be spread, my brother. We need as many supporters as possible. No more sulking in the shadows. No more cowering in the dark. We must rise up against our oppressors. Oh, but before I forget, here's your pen back. I borrowed it. Again. Tis. What happened to yours? I lost it. So careless. Don't sweat the petty things, brother. Let's focus on removing the obstacles that stand in the way of our father's dream. Right, like the annoying little bird who's been poking his beak into our business. He's dangerously close to uncovering our secret. You want me to take care of him? It would be in our interests. I have a trap in mind, but... someone's coming. Go hide. My brothers have returned. What can I do for you today? A confession, perhaps? Actually, Friar, we're here for information. We want to learn about the catacombs that lie under Paris. Catacombs? You don't want to go there, my brother. It's a wretched and haunted place. I'm sure it is, but we know that the church was responsible for having the entrances sealed shut. So I figured maybe there's a super secret friar-only entrance that only you know about. A secret entrance? That's an interesting idea. You know, you are not the first birds to have asked about that. We aren't. Yes. A cockerel paid a visit yesterday. Perfect posture and snooty or one-eyed and scowl... Oh, perfect posture and snooty or one-eyed and scowling? The first. A prosecutor, I think he said he was. Anyway, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. If you venture into the catacombs, you will not return. Understood? Loud and clear. We'll stay away from the catacombs. Good. Very good. If you two will excuse me, I have a sermon to prepare. Be on your way. Damn, another dead end. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. We can go tell the inspector what we found and call it a day. Don't quit just yet. I managed to take something from the friar's pocket when he gave his little warning. Seriously? Again? This is becoming something of a bad habit for you. Well, go on then. Let's see what you pilfered. Yes. Found this pen in the friar's robes? Yep. Interesting. Actually, this is more than interesting. This is amazing. This is the exact same pen that Judge Romulus uses. It even contains the same green ink. Ah. You think it's exactly the same pen? Or do you think Romulus and Remus just have a matching set? I honestly don't know. But I do know that this may come in handy. I'm going to keep hold of it. Still at a dead end, though. My gut tells me that the friar is hiding something, but I can't get him to cough it up. It's not like we can beat information out of him. Let's just go do other stuff, and maybe we'll stumble across some more clues. Maybe you're right. Let's go. Well, we still haven't visited the Chocolate Emporium, so let's do that. Might be a waste of time. Might be a huge lead.
Welcome. Ah, it's you two again.
You remember us? I guess that's no surprise.
Of course I remember. You're the messieurs who ask many questions and buy little chocolate.
I'm afraid we have more questions today, Monsieur Hagelslack. Thanks for being patient with us. Have you heard any rumors of rebellion in Paris recently?
Why, monsieur, there are always rumors of rebellion in Paris. The citizens whisper in the shadows. The bourgeoisie cower in fear.
Yes, but have you personally heard anything specific?
No, monsieur.
You sell chocolate to a lot of people. Have you come across any unsavory characters in your occupation?
Of course. One time I was hiking through the mountains of the Netherlands when I was accosted by an overzealous tulip salesman. I threw a fistful of Dutch rubles at him and made a hasty retreat.
I can't help but wonder about the legitimacy of Lander's stories. For some reason, his tangential rants don't bother me.
Let me be more specific. We're looking for a person called the Croque Monsieur. Does that name sound familiar? No, monsieur.
I suppose we're done here. So it was a little silly of me to look for intel about a rebellion in a chocolate shop.
Perhaps I could help you with something else, monsieur.
Like what?
Well, you may have noticed that this is, in fact, a chocolate shop. I am of much better service as a chocolate salesman than a rumor monger.
Ah, of course. Yeah, I have a chocolate recommendation. Could it be? Am I the friend Falcon? Is this a gift for me?
Certainly, monsieur. We're looking for something romantic, then perhaps an elegant heart-shaped selection from Tuscany would suit you.
Romantic, you say? I don't feel that way about you, Falcon. How could I decline such a scrumptious gift?
No, that wouldn't work. Do you have anything that would be suitable for any occasion? Ah, then perhaps you want this box of 20 creamy chocolate swirls from London. They are very sweet. Nobody can resist.
Yes, those are perfect. Take them, Falcon. Take them. For pity's sake, Sir Barrowson, why are you being so fidgety? No reason. Cut it out. It's weird.
I think those would work nicely, Monsieur Hagelslack. How much are they? 5 francs. Perhaps a little steep for some, but I assure you that their quality more than justifies the price tag.
I'll take them. Certainly, monsieur. One moment, if you please. Falcon. What is it? I just want to say you've been a great friend and an inspirational mentor. I have ample amounts of respect for you as a person, and... You do know that these chocolates aren't for you, right? Oh. Yeah, I knew that. Good. Just making sure. You're breaking my heart, Falcon. Here you are, monsieur. I am sure as a receipt, the recipient will enjoy them. Thank you very much, monsieur. And thank you for putting up with our endless questions. It has been my pleasure, monsieur. Okay. So who do we give the chocolates to? That's the next question. I don't even know who those would go to. Well, we haven't been to the prison yet. Why did we come here, Falcon? We don't have a client to defend. I had a thought. If we want to find criminals, then we should probably talk to the person who deals with them every day. Ah, I get it. You're looking for Quark, that pesky jailer. Where is he? It could be his day off. Maybe we should come back another time. Well, that was a waste of a day. Eh? Only one location. There he is. That's the rooster who shot the croque monsieur. Oh, Cocorico, what's happened? I think we're getting close to unraveling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there. Alright, let me just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico. Severin? Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it. JJ, if this letter reaches you uninterrupted, then it means that I have been captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and the Croque Monsieur on Rue des Marmosettes. I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. This is the last correspondence you'll ever hear from me, and I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you are a good friend and an excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup. It's Severin's handwriting. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. But we have to go help him, right? I mean, that trade was at midnight last night, and it's 10 o'clock now. He might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon. Pull yourself together. We've got to act fast. We've got to act fast while there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson, I have a bad feeling in my gut. Well, yeah, me too. This letter is terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that if Severin isn't already dead now, he will be very soon. And there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You don't know that. I do. I'm certain. We've messed up. We've missed something. We've overlooked something vital, and now Severin's fate is sealed. You're spouting defeatist nonsense. Come on, Falcon, let's go visit the Rue des Marmosettes. We might find a clue. Oh. Is this like... Hold on, is that like a branch? Is that something I could have prevented? It's so hard to tell what's scripted and what's not in this game, and I kind of love that about it. No time for wheezing. Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. There's a pool of blood here. It looks fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading towards that tunnel, which leads straight to the CN. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night, and their body was hastily disposed of in the river. I see several sets of bloodied footprints, too. Some are faint, but they head that way towards the main road. So he could still be alive? Let's see where the footprints go. Here, footsteps lead right into Notre Dame. Seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Falcon. Shouldn't we get the police involved before we go any further? I don't know about that. You remember what Severin wrote in his letter. The inspector was the one who gave him the tip-off. Huh? What are you saying? Do you think the police are in on this? At this point, anything's possible. We have to stay focused on the trail. Hey, wait up! That way leads straight down to... Man, I'm famished. When is that mouthy parrot gonna relieve me of duty so I can grab a snack? Trail keeps going. Hey, isn't that the concierge jailkeeper? Quack? It's Quark, you dummies! I had no idea that you were a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keeping, you know. Monsieur, we don't have much time, so I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass. The door behind me? Ha! You idiots! That door leads straight into the catacombs. You don't want to go there. Catacombs. And besides, just because I know how to get in, doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I got a job to do. I have integrity. I've promised to act as guard, and that's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo. What you got? Here's my fist! Well... Oh, we do have... Oh, yeah, that's right. He wants something to eat. Now that you mention it, what you got? Chocolates? Half-price bribe? Oh, yeah, that's the jackpot right there. Gimme, 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 gimme. So what do you say, monsieur? Can we go in? Oh, yeah, no problem. That's the door behind me. I ain't stopping you. That's the door to the catacombs. It's that simple? Yeah, it's that simple. What, were you expecting a hidden bookcase or something? Go on, go look. Heh, what idiots. They're walking straight into a pitch-black maze without even a torch. I wonder. They get lost and starve, or will they find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, ain't my problem. Here goes nothing. They begin the descent. I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. Can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. Ah, I think that was the last step. That's just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should take up smoking. If I smoked, I would have a match right now. We'd be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits. I would probably be calmer. That's right, the health benefits of smoking. Keep it together, Sparrowson. I know. I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if we reach a dead end. Ah, good thinking. Just like Theseus and the Minotaur. Wait. There aren't any Minotaurs in here, are there? Head of a bull, body of a bull, scary stuff. It's not... Actually, never mind. It just feels like there's a gap in the wall here. I guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. Here seems a little more stagnant to the right. The breezy path, maybe? Walls feel weird and bumpy. What kind of stone is this? I hate to break it to you, Sparrowson, but that's not stone. That's right! It's skeletons! It's bones! Wait, so what is it? Well, we're in a crypt. Oh dear. I thought we would be dealing with one or two coffins, not walls of skeletons. Keep it together, Sparrowson. Severin's life is on the line. You're right. I have to stay focused. Oh, it looks like the path branches again. My eye's going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light coming from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. That might just mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase. Hush, listen. Voices? Voices. We're getting close. Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared? Terrified. There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Are you with the police, the Royal Guards? Speak, bird. Madam Beaumont, we've been here all night, and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coaxing. He didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice. Justice. That word. Oh, the rooster finally crows? You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I'm a public prosecutor for the Corps des Assises. Well, Sevy, it's been a pleasure. But we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So without further ado, I hereby sentence you to... Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy. Because he's a prosecutor? No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Whoa, are you sure? I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. Now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? John Beaumont. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. He was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all of my days as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten Connard. We're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves on the streets as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota? Am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the Croque Monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Oh, have I been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means, shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. Court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Frere Remus, read this man his last rites. With pleasure, madame. Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something. I mean, if they want a court of justice, we'll give it to them. All right, I'm going in. I'm coming too. No, I need you to get out of here. Go find the police, Royal Guard, anyone. I'll stall for time. Falcon. Okay, I'll go get help. Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it. Wait! Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate based purely on your own prejudices and whims. Who the cluck does this bird brain think he is? I'm this man's defense attorney. I am JJ Falcon. JJ, what are you doing? Defense attorney? You're a raving loony is what you are. Or a spy. I've seen this monsieur eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone please, hear me out. Let's see. Frere Remus, you are a man of God. Surely you don't approve of this sort of mob violence. I see no issue. The good book is full of stories of violence. Joshua ransacked the city of Jericho. Ehud and the judges were ruthless assassins. Samson killed thousands before meeting his fate. Well, sure, but that's the Old Testament. What would Jesus say about this? He would say, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Matthew 10:34. Oh, damn. Do you see, Falcon? This man's death is inevitable. For the good of France, and in the name of justice, he must be killed. Justice. There's that word again. Madam, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for, but shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice, revenge, what's the difference? Fairness, madame. Justice offers the accused a chance to defend themselves and ensures that both sides are treated as equals. My father was not treated as an equal, and maybe this is your opportunity to be the better person. Madam, surely you aren't entertaining the words of this heathen. Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the Croque Monsieur. Excellent. Shall we head back to my office and file the necessary papers? Don't take me for a fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here and now. Right here, in the catacombs. It's as good a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No, I volunteer! No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Ah. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in. Righty-o! Perhaps I can help, madame. You know that I'm a pious man, after all. Okay, Remus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you. As we speak, we are being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury. That may work as a metaphor, but in practical terms, it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I am the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we're ready to get started. Ahem. The trial of Severin Cocorico is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as the Croque Monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night, at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue des Marmosettes. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the Croque Monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. Might understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame, that you only saw the aftermath. Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself. Madame Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around our tunnels. I'm no pigeon, monsieur. He's a spy in any case. Let's execute him right now. It's all right. He's with me. With you. He's my assistant. Carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust that you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner. No, madame. Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon. What is it? I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows. Another rebel? I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this. What's this? A political pamphlet? Well, I must be getting back to the patrols then. Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not? I did, ma'am. You can be our first witness. Go stand in the center. Okie dokie. I need to say an oath or something. That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero. Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The Croque Monsieur was just minding his own business on the Rue des Marmosettes, when all of a sudden, this there brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. The croc slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The croc fired back. So to clarify, Cocorico shot first. Yes, ma'am. No question there. What happened next? Well, I knew you guys, Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I had left it. And there I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severin Cocorico with my own eyes. I thank you for your report, Piero. It's nothing, man. You see, Falcon, Piero is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. True that. But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert of the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means that I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to the trial? No, we'll let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me. Don't mess with you. If I get the slightest inkling that you are rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the Croque Monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience. Yeah, I get it. Crime occurred at night. On an overcast, moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point? Would have been too dark to see. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon. You slipped up. You said that the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over Rue des Marmosettes. Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumiere. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lanterns over Rue des Marmosettes. They wouldn't have been any good. Take a look at this. You're saying this is how you know the street lamps were broken? I don't quite follow. Well, you see, you picked the wrong piece of evidence, didn't you? Yeah, I messed up. Eh? It's the what? What do you mean? It's the broken glass, isn't it? Why would it not be the broken glass from the broken fucking street lamps? I did click on the glass shards, right? Huh? Eh? It's the glass shards, isn't it? Did I not click on the glass shards? Did I fuck that up? Did I click on something else by mistake? I must have clicked on something else by mistake. I don't know. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of the broken lamps. And I still got the holes in the sole of my shoe. Double proof. Those shards could have come from anywhere. You could send one of your underlings to check the broken lamps for themselves if you want. And to waste more time, I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic. Excuse me, Madame Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were or were not broken, but I do remember that we had to use a torch to light up the scene. Hey, whose side are you on? I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible there weren't any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken. Maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I personally saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that it is a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There's an inkling of doubt. You know that there is the slight notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone in mind? I do. There is someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur, a man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry. Oh, that's me again. Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand. Yes, ma'am. I call Fontaine forward.
Very well.
Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist?
Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I know about guns. Their mechanics, their beauty.
Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America is developing? Wonderful stuff. Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the scene of the crime. Tell us about those.
Oh, right, very well. This is the gun found on Severin Cocorico's person at the time of the arrest. This is a standard issue percussion lock Chatterot Gendarmerie pistol. 24 centimeters length, 15 millimeter caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these dull things. It's a gun that says, I am a reliable man of the law.
That sounds like our Cocorico.
Does it?
Cocorico's always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place.
And this is the gun found on the Croque Monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It is a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, 20 centimeter length, 13 millimeter caliber. This is an exquisite and highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff.
The Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant. What's really fascinating about the Croque Monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves. Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up to hear you show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the Croque Monsieur's bullet wound.
Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the Croque Monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry.
So in other words, the Croque Monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot.
That's right.
The other interesting point was that the Croque Monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if a person is close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash. And how close does a person have to be burned by a muzzle flash?
Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most.
Then there is no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The Croque Monsieur's killer was standing in the Rue des Marmosettes themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in the Rue des Marmosettes at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico. Well said, madame. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt. Not so fast. I would like to cross-examine the witness. I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Let's see. His purse, a highly customized double-barreled turnover pistol found in Monsieur's hand. Croque Monsieur was shot in his chest and his clothes were singed, indicating a close-range gunshot. Standard police pistol when he was captured, okay. Let's see. Ask more about this pistol. Fontaine, I have a question regarding Cocorico's gendarmerie pistol. Are you sure the gun was fired? Is there any way to tell whether a gun has been recently fired?
That is an excellent question. Yes, there are a couple of ways.
I gotta say, I actually like the page written out format of cross-examination here better than the line-by-line flipping. Oh yeah, I like that a lot too. It's like all in one place and you can see all of the statements at once.
There are a couple of ways. For around a minute after firing, the pistol's barrel is going to be hot to the touch. That's a dead giveaway. You could also check for gunpowder residue on the barrel, in the barrel and chamber. That would indicate that a gun has been fired since being cleaned. So by your own analysis, would you say that Cocorico's weapon was fired last night?
It's difficult to say. None of us thought to check the pistol's barrel temperature at the time of the incident, so we can't use that method. If I check for gunpowder residue now, I see a little in the barrel. That could indicate a recently fired weapon, but it could also indicate a lack of proper maintenance. So basically, you don't know whether this weapon was or wasn't fired last night. No, monsieur. We cannot be certain whether Cocorico even fired his gun, and this whole trial ought to be thrown out. Nice try, Falcon, but Cocorico is still our prime suspect. He was standing over the Croque Monsieur's body with the weapon in his hands. If that gun is not the murder weapon, then what is? This isn't working. Try another approach, Falcon. No, I kind of know what caliber means. I'm no gun expert, but I have a vague understanding. The size of the bullet, basically. Fontaine, about the Croque Monsieur's turnover pistol. Tell us about the ammunition. I want to hear about that. You were about to say something about the gun's ammunition before Madame Beaumont cut you off. Could you give us the details? Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets aren't just small, round lead balls, right? Are just small, round lead balls. That's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced, iron-tipped, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it'd be quicker if I just show you. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped mini-A ball. It is very rare, top-of-the-line technology. Before last night, I had never seen one of these in person before. Like I said before, the Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the Croque Monsieur fired his gun, so how is it possible that his gun is still loaded with a bullet? A turnover pistol is double-barreled. This means that it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. Croque Monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. I'm getting the sneaking suspicion that maybe that other bullet is inside the Croque Monsieur. I have an inkling. I'll press this later. I have a diagram. Yeah, let's do that. Dramatic for forensic recreations. No, you can't have a diagram, you bloody idiots. Do not have the patience to watch you draw lines on a chalkboard to work out the location of a mythical second shooter. Use your heads. The gunman was standing right in front of the crocodile. Right, of course. See, we know it couldn't have been reflected, so that's a dumb question to ask. I would like to see them. What, his clothes? Yes, bring them out so I can do a proper examination of the evidence at hand. Fucking you idiot, we didn't strip the Croque Monsieur down to his skivvies. We took his gun, I think Pierrot took the change from his pockets, and we left the body in the alley. Fully clothed, if that wasn't clear. I think the line of questioning about that other bullet is going to be the tipping point here. I don't see anything else that seems like... Where's the other bullet? Where is the other bullet? What other bullet? The fired mini-A ball. There were 2 shots that night, remember? One from the assailant, and one from the crocodile. I scoured the scene for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired mini-A ball in Cocorico's body? In his body? You are asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet. No, that much is plain to see. So again I must ask, where is the fired mini-A ball? Well, I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall, and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico, then that means... It hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. The real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. A double-barreled turnover gun. The missing bullet. Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably, the person would still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron mini 8-ball embedded in them, and you have the real murderer. That's reasonable, but we don't have time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Oh, I think we have a traitor in our ranks. I do. This is obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connections could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you all were to take off your shirts. No, I'm not having everyone in the room stripped down to their knickers just to cater to your outrageous theory. You can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory than we end this damned trial here and now. A more reasonable way. Had to be true. He also knew that he had no way to prove it. He's floundering, madame. Agreed. I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you displayed great valiance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den. But you have failed to convince me of this bird's innocence. Madame Beaumont, I implore you. Not another word. We humored you, we set up a court and went through the notions of a trial, and now the rooster's guilt has been formally proven. I have more evidence. Enough. The trial is over. Sovereign Kokoro, you have been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy and the murder of the Croque Monsieur, and the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. JJ, it's all right. I've made my peace. This is far from all right. Dying in the name of a new republic, the hands of rebels. There are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, right? Severin... Tend to the body, Piero. Do you plan to kill us too? Why would I do that? You two have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone executed. Your mercy is admirable, madame, but I fear if we let these two go, they will tell the police everything. It would compromise us. No, we promised to keep our beaks shut, right, Falcon? But we cannot trust the word of potential traitors. Madame, for the good of France, we must execute the birds right now. Some man of God you are. I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do? Okay, I know. I'm going to give you a choice. You have two options. First is that I shoot you right here and now. That's not something either of us particularly want, but if it must be done... What's option number 2? You join us. We need lawyers to help bring the new republic into fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated. Our skills? Somebody has to draft new laws, somebody has to file the paperwork to secure the new republic's internationally recognized legal status. Somebody has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job? You mean, prosecute the Prime Minister? Or the King? We can discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be? So this is a bad ending. We missed something. Good. A verbal contract has been made. So, what happens now? Piero and Fontaine will lead you to Le Canard Joyeux. I will finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, they shall be keeping a close watch on you. Don't even think about running. Of course. Then we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way. Yes, madam. Come along, you two. You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madame. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment. I do trust them. Throughout that trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive, but it is exactly what we need in this revolution. But they will betray you. If they are stupid enough to even raise one feather against me, they will regret it. Oh! The game has been saved. Well, you know, that seems like as good a place as any to leave off. Jesus Christ. I wasn't really expecting that. I don't know if we missed something important throughout the investigation or what. Because there were like a couple spots that we went to that didn't really turn up much of what we could actually use. I don't know. This could be a branching path. This could be this could just be the way the game goes. I'm not sure, but I am going to call it there. Thanks everyone for stopping by again. I'm really invested in this. There's been a lot of really interesting twists. And I've spent this whole game wondering like if certain decisions could be changed or avoided. And if this is like branching or if this is I don't know. I was expecting a game over there. I don't know. I think if we'd picked We'd Rather Die, the game would have just ended there and rolled the credits, honestly. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you're new around here, be sure to drop a follow. There's no way to make this not awkward, but you could follow. That's a big help. There's the YouTube channel. It's got like 2 highlight videos on it and like 3 or 4 like dumb memes that I made. And there's gonna be more highlight videos coming. I have 2 whole videos in the pipes right now, and they're gonna be uploading on Wednesdays. And hopefully I can keep up with that and keep them rolling out on Wednesdays. So cross your fingers for that. And you know, share this stuff with your friends so there's more people to watch and there's more people in chat and all that other good stuff. All right. Raid, maybe. Is there someone to raid here? I don't know. I'm gonna send you to watch Germa. All right. Take care, everyone, and I will see you later.